Welcome to Divine Creator Brand, where we conquer fear as we create a path to the heart so that we can live in love, joy, peace, happiness, harmony, and live the life we deserve, live the life we desire. My name is Delbert. I am a spiritual motivational speaker. And if this is your first time, I want to say welcome, as well as if this isn't your first time, welcome back as we continue this journey to know more of who we truly are. Now, if you're loving my vibe, if you're loving my energy, be sure to do all the YouTube things for me, like, comment, and subscribe. I like to start off by saying everyone is welcome here, no matter your belief, no matter your preference. I believe that everyone has a divine connection, but let's get to it. Today, I want to talk about limiting beliefs to limitless beliefs. And breaking a belief starts with knowing who you are. Now, for example, let's say I tell you to sit down in a chair, right? You don't think about that. You just sit down. Why? Because you have a rooted belief that that chair is going to hold you up if you put all your weight on it. Now, do you have that same belief that you can achieve your dreams, that you can accomplish anything you want in life, that you are limitless, that you are infinite? Do you have that same belief in yourself? It reminds me of a Rumi quote that you are not a drop in the ocean, but you are the entire ocean in a drop. But do you believe it? The power you have inside of you, you can't describe it. It is unimaginable. You can't put it into words of the divine power that is permeating through your physical body. Who are you without all the titles, all the expectations, without all the names, right? Who are you truly internally? And do you know how miraculous you are? Do you know how breathtaking you are? Do you know how powerful you are? Think about Mother Nature. How powerful her expressions are. You can't change it, move it, stop it. Mother Nature just is. Her power within the waves, the aggression within a tornado, the love in how the sun shines, the beauty in the flowers, a true freedom of expression that you have the ability to harness, a sea of infinite possibility. But do you believe it? Everything starts with belief, because if you don't believe it, it will never come into your reality. Everything in the spiritual cannot come into the physical plane if you don't believe that it can happen. We have the capacity to store conscious and unconscious beliefs in our mind, from other people, memories, past experiences, generational wounding that has happened this lifetime, the I can't, I'm not good enough, I'm not creative, I'm too young, I'm too old, I'm too tired, too broke, I'm too fat, I'm too skinny, I'm too loud, too extra, too shy. Sound familiar? I know these are just a few, but you get the point. And I'm not saying that we don't have negative thoughts. The question is, are we taking those negative thoughts as truth and allowing our mental and emotional energy to root them as beliefs within us? Because you have the power. Do you understand that you have the power in what you believe? It is so. Because your internal reality reflects your external reality. So I have a prime example about this. So let's say someone is introverted. People say that I'm extroverted. And so when I go into a room myself, I get nervous too. Sometimes I don't want to go up and introduce myself to people, but I will, because I don't let fear dictate my outcome, right? To where if you think about this introverted person, right? They are not introverted when they at the crib with people that they love and in a comfortable environment. They're a completely different person. You can't get them to shut up, right? But you put them into a room where there are strangers and they have this belief within them that they are introverted. So they literally put a shell on and they will not show their true authentic self, when I know that you was just fully vibrant at the house. I went through this with my family. I've went through this with my friends, even at that. They won't say a word if we go and be around people we don't know. But you get them at home with a board game, they talking mess to everybody. They be the ones talking the most. Now, why is this, right? And my theory would be rejection. Fear of not being accepted, a deeply rooted subconscious belief that has fear of an emotion of fear wrapped up around that belief that is preventing their true authentic self from coming out in those settings. You see, rejection doesn't come from other people. Rejection comes from the person actually rejecting themselves, rejecting the true authenticity within themselves in fear that it won't be accepted by others, putting them in a state of rejection every single day to reflect back to them that they have a wound of a fear that is rooted in a belief that is not true. Chase your passions for yourself. Chase your dreams for yourself. Chase that life you deserve for yourself. No one else, right? Accept yourself. Accept you. And that's all that matters is you, because this is your reality. This is your life. And I promise you that if you follow that light that's sitting right here, if you follow that compass that is in your heart, everything else will attract to you. Everything you need will come to you. Take a bet on yourself. And I will always say that. Take a bet on yourself. Choose you. Accept you. Not everyone is going to approve of what you love. Why? Because it's not theirs. Not everyone is going to like the fact that you're stepping into your power. Why? Because it reminds them of them not stepping into theirs. Not everyone is going to want you to take a step towards your vision. Why? Because it reminds them that they're not stepping into their vision. We are working with energy. And if you are doing something you love in a higher state of being, in a higher state of energy, a higher frequency, you are going to have negative energies trying to pull you back into old timelines, old stories, old beliefs, old energies that served their purpose but needs to go because it doesn't serve you in this next chapter of your life. This is where resilience comes in, perseverance comes in. Are you going to move forward, or are you going to sink backwards? Because it's gonna happen. You ain't gonna escape it. At least I ain't escape it. It was trying to drag me back. But as you work through these lessons, as you work through these dense energies, you gain more understanding on how they operate, which activates you to move forward in your journey. And so this process is needed for your growth. So it is a good thing. So also don't look at this as a negative experience, because you going through a lot of these energies allows you to move allows you to move quicker forward. I said that really weird, but it allows you to move forward at a faster rate. We are in a world of identity crisis. We are in a world of lost dreams, lost hope, lost faith, and a system of people just trying to get by while our society feeds on their God-given energy, their God-given power. Now, you may ask me, well, how do I understand my true identity? How do I get to that point where I understand who I am and understand the power that I hold within? And I'm going to say one thing, it starts with you. And the second thing is going to start with the work that you have to do to understand it. It's not an easy path. It's not a hard path. The path just is. Are you willing to sacrifice everything you know to understand who you truly are? Are you willing to be a learner and a teacher? Because you are teaching yourself. But as you're teaching yourself, you're also learning, right? Do you have a learner's mentality or a taker's mentality? Okay? Now I'm going to give you 3 steps that has helped me along my journey that I feel like breaks belief systems and helps you understand your true identity, helps you understand who you are. And the first one is everything is spiritual before physical. Love is your compass back home. What lights you up? You are the light of the world. What lights you up? What brings you joy? I want you to write down, and this is what I do. I want you to write down what would be your ideal lifestyle? How many hours would you work? What would you do? Right? Who are the people you would be around? What's the energy that would be around you? How would you feel? Right? Write all this down and visualize what that will be like. Right? Utilize your imagination for what it was intended for. Because a lot of times we use your imagination to create anxiety and stress, when in reality, the imagination needs to be utilized to create, okay? So what do you love? Because when you're in a frequency of love, that is what attracts back to you. And separate from the outcome, because it's not about the outcome, it's about the frequency. It's about the energy you have internally that will change your external experience. You have to understand what you want, because how can you ask for anything if you don't even know what you want? So let's try to figure out what we love first and be honest. You got to be honest with yourself, because if you're not, you'll start putting down a bunch of materialistic things like I used to do, right? Way back when I used to have a vision board and put a Lambo on the thing, right? What is that rooted out of? Is that rooted out of fear, or is it rooted out of love? Because a lot of times this materialistic stuff, right, is rooted in fear, that you feel like you need it to be accepted. You feel like you need it to be loved. You feel like you need it to be enough. Not saying that being abundant is a bad thing, because that's a huge misconception in the spiritual community. You are abundant. That's who you are. Your energy is infinite. The monetary system was built off of your energy. That's who you are. And if you believe you're abundant, you will attract abundance. That doesn't mean that money is bad. People are bad. There's also people without money that are bad. So what is your relationship with abundance? What is your relationship with the dream you have? Those are the questions you should be asking yourself. Number 2, the work, the stuff in the middle. You have to do the energy work. You have to do the shadow work. You have to understand your inner reality to bring anything into existence that you are wanting from the spiritual plane. I'm just going to be honest with you, okay? It's going to take work. It's going to take steps, because you have to understand, is my emotional, my mental, my belief systems, my actions, is everything in alignment with what I want to bring into existence, what I want to bring into my reality, okay? Because again, if you don't believe that it can happen, it's not going to happen, okay? Same thing, I run now, right? I used to not run. I used to think I couldn't run. I used to say that I'm not a runner. I only sprinted in high school, right? Then I got big, right? And I was like, I sure can't run now. I'm out of shape. I can't do it. I did not believe I could run, right? I just completed a half marathon this year, okay, right? And that was through the belief that I could do anything. In my mind, I made a decision, and every day that I showed up, right, no matter what my outer reality was telling me, I was saying to myself, you're a runner. You are going to run today. You are going to act like a runner, think like a runner, have emotions like a runner, eat like a runner, do everything like a runner until you become a runner in your outer reality. That is the work you must do. That is the work you must do to overcome the resilience you have to have when your mind is telling you no, when your emotions are rooted in fear telling you, oh, you should stop. Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. That are blocking who you truly are, that are blocking your growth. I personally use journaling to get a lot of these emotions out, to get a lot of these thoughts out. Now, again, this may work for you, this may not work for you, but this is what I went through in my own journey, which is taking something that I'm fearful of, taking something that I feel like I can't do, and writing it out and processing it, and then speaking to myself like I'm a mentor to my inner child. Like I'm a mentor to myself. How would you talk to yourself if you were your own mentor? That is my journal session, right? That is how I get everything out. Also, I use meditation. I feel like this is a powerful, powerful, powerful tool to begin to learn, because you learn meditation as you go. You don't just you just don't go meditation one time and it's like, oh wow, I'm there. No, it takes steps, right? So as you do it consistently over time, you get better at it, okay? And whenever you harness meditation, you can understand your inner reality a lot more. You can understand that true power you have within a lot more, that love, that peace that you have internally, who you truly are. I feel like meditation is a huge step to understanding who your true identity is. So I will always recommend meditation. Number 3, take action. You got to take the small steps. You got to start somewhere. It doesn't matter. God is going to meet you where you are. So what can you do today? Okay? What can you do today to take a step closer to your passion, to your dream? And I will always say that probably in every single one of my videos. You need to take action. Okay? You got to take action. You got to take a small step somewhere. Okay? Because as you do that, it's going to compound over time. Okay? Seek internal guidance. And as you do this, you will learn how to build the habits needed, the systems needed to bring this into existence. You will then be guided along your journey on the emotions that you need to release, because different instances are going to come up along your journey that you need to clear out to be able to bring this into existence, giving you awareness. Everything happens in the spiritual before it comes to the physical. They wanted us to believe that everything happens in the mind. That's not true. As above, so below. So within, so without. Everything starts in the spiritual. Everything starts internally. Then it is brought to your external reality. Perseverance, resilience is key. Oh yeah, and don't give up. I want to say thank you again for tuning in today. Breaking limiting beliefs and installing limitless beliefs, conquering fear to know more of who you are. My name is Delbert, and again, if you like this video today, if you liked my vibe, if you like my energy, be sure to do all the YouTube things for me. Like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I think that is it. We're out.